Buckle up your pant legs, zip up your hats, and bug up your Rikus. It's time for Sounds About Light, a podcast about Kingdom Hearts Recoded. I'm Sam.
I'm Drew.
What do we do? What's the opposite of an apology?
A proclamation of how good we are.
It's time for Drew's gloating corner.
That's right. I guessed that Pete was the hacker, which is really crazy. I cannot fucking believe that's true.
He's a tech whiz.
He's a tech whiz.
We know this about him.
Well, insofar as he walked into a room and then he saw a thing.
Well, see, that's what's weird, because you think, oh, okay, he didn't literally hack, but then they talk about he cut the link between the computer world and the real world. That's true. I think he's got to be doing some hacking.
Yeah, well, we're talking about it, that, steamboat captains, that's not really a job anymore. Maleficent told him to learn to code, and he did.
Learn to code, fool!
And he did. He did. And that's truly why he's evil now.
Hey, I do that.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, really, I guess at the end of the day, it's the things I said in the podcast last week, which was kind of that Pete and Maleficent are the only villains left alive that we're aware of. So
the only ones that Sora hasn't killed yet.
Yeah, so if it wasn't like somebody new, it's going to be them.
Right. I mean, one could argue that this would have been a great opportunity to introduce a new villain instead of having Pete be a hacker.
No, that's wrong.
Right, one could argue it. They'd be wrong, but you could argue it.
Because it's great that Pete's a hacker, and I'm so happy. I think Pete might be my favorite character in Kingdom Hearts.
Wow, that is a big statement.
I don't know. I've loved everything about Pete, even though I wanted him to die so bad. He's given me just a lot of pleasure. We
want him to die because we love him, because we care about him.
Because I care about him in his back, and I just don't want him to be in pain anymore.
I mean, I really relate to Pete as a computer programmer with a bad back. I feel like he and I are really on the level together.
I don't want you to die, though.
Okay. Well, I'm not constantly getting beat up by a kid with a key.
That probably does help your back.
If that was happening, then I think that it would be better if I was.
Yeah,
dead. But it's not. So.
I would support that. I would tell our listeners to kill you, but until then, until then, you're good.
Okay, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. What did we watch this time? We watched Sora in Olympus Coliseum. We got some Agrabah, and we got some Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, Agrabah sucks in every game, huh?
Was it good at all? Was there anything good in Agrabah this time?
Actually, I guess it wasn't actively bad this time. Although it was not lost on me that it seems like even in the recap that they put in the game, they really gloss over Agrabah a lot more than the other worlds.
I liked Sora becoming friends with the genie. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that was all right.
But yeah, I mean, when has Agrabah ever mattered? It only mattered in the anime pilot.
Yeah, it mattered a lot there.
Yeah, and it was good.
Yeah.
But first, Sora goes to Olympus Coliseum, and he says, wow, it sure seems quiet and empty here, which is a real contrast to everywhere else that he's going.
Yeah, the Olympus Coliseum is dealing with non-main console syndrome where there's no one around.
Sora says, well, I'm gonna look for bugs, because there's no bugs in the sort of entrance area. So he says maybe there will be bugs inside, and we don't really know what happens after that, because we go into Mickey narration glossing over mode, and Mickey basically says that Hercules was sent by Phil into the Colosseum labyrinth to investigate the bugs, and Sora goes in to find him.
I think before that, don't we get some sick Riku over the comms?
I think we do have Riku over the comms telling Sora to find the bugs.
Yeah, it just struck me that it felt like they were putting more of a radio filter over Riku than they did with Mickey, and so it really felt like Riku was someone on the MGS codec giving a call to to Sora.
It's that data to data connection. It's just not. It's a little choppier.
Yeah. Well, it's actually probably just Pete's interference on the as he's hacking.
It's Pete. He's fucking with the line. Mm-hmm. So Sora and I mean I feel like Pete would just have all these new skills now that he's a phone freaker. Why not?
Phone freaker. He's constantly getting Merlin with phishing emails. He's causing a lot of havoc, really.
This is why every time we see Pete, we're like, I just don't get what the problem is. Why is everyone so mean to him? But it's like we're not seeing all of the phishing emails that he's sending. So
we were wondering like how Pete was constantly getting so many Heartless, and he's getting people with phishing emails, and it's turning them into Heartless.
Oh no.
He doesn't need that.
Is it turning them into Heartless like directly? Like if they open the email and click the shady link, their heart just pops out?
That's right, yeah. They click the link to make their dick big, and then their heart pops out.
Your penis will be deleted in 45 minutes if you do not click this link.
Oh no. Yeah.
Sora meets up with Hercules and they fight Heartless together or whatever, who cares. But they meet Cloud, who's brooding again. He attacks them on sight but loses. I thought it was kind of interesting. I hadn't noticed until this point. It's kind of unusual, I feel like, to see like Kingdom Hearts animated cutscene combat.
You see a lot more of it in this game for some reason.
It was not bad.
No, it looks cool.
The Hercules versus Cloud fight was kind of cool.
It was. I like how apparently like Hercules' godhood is like a Super Saiyan transformation he can turn on to do a big punch.
Well, I don't know if you would have encountered this when you were playing Kingdom Hearts 1, but when you fight Hercules in the Coliseum, he every time he starts glowing, I think he's invulnerable, or at least has like a big defense bonus. And he starts flexing at you, and you have to throw a barrel at him, which turns his godhood off.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why Pete taught you to hit those barrels. Or
That's
not
right.
Pete,
So
Phil, whatever his name is.
Yeah, because he was teaching you how to kill his star pupil.
Thank you.
But yeah, so that's how Hercules' powers work. Unfortunately, Cloud doesn't have any barrels, so he does lose the fight. But Sora's trying to talk to Cloud and be like, "Why are you mad at us? We didn't do anything." But then a big fireball appears, and Cloud jumps in to block it because he's good at heart. He's a good guy in his story that's not here.
He's damaged, but he's good.
He's damaged, but he's good. Imagine how good his story would be if he had one.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh well. But Hades is here. We should. I addressed it very, very vaguely earlier when I said Colosseum Labyrinth. The Colosseum in this, instead of just being like one arena area, is like a big, like sprawling maze.
Yeah, I had to assume this was a result of the world getting hacked.
Yes, and that's what they're like trying to investigate in this world. And that's where it goes into RPG combat mode. But Hades appears, and they're like, Hades, are you the one who did this to the Colosseum? And he says, no, this maze has another keeper, which I assume just means bugs.
Pete
built it. He's very talented. Hades leaves. He's like, whatever, you'll die here anyway. What do I care? Cloud also leaves. He's brooding.
There's some classic Hades lines. He says, mangled his Musaka. And he says, go find a bucket and kick it, which actually I like that one. That's pretty good. Yeah,
they really turned up the personality in this, it feels like, when compared to what they usually do, where they're just like, he'll talk in James Woods' voice, and we'll have Phil say 2 words, and then he'll say 3 words.
Yeah.
This felt pretty, like, rich in character, which is a nice change of pace for the Colosseum.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's actually, you were talking about how you were really enjoying this game, and last week I was just too blinded by my hatred of all the computer stuff. But I am enjoying that, like, yeah, these aren't just, like, rehashes, really. Like, something very different is actually happening each time in these, like, revisits, and, like, I don't know, it's been pretty interesting for the most part. Maybe I just needed Pete to have a computer, and then I was good with it.
That's, yeah, as I'm always saying, the true Kingdom Hearts begins here, when Pete gets a computer. So we go back into Mickey narration, which basically just skips over combat, probably. Eventually, Sora and Hercules find Cloud, and he's surrounded by Heartless, and they save him, and then they convince him to join them. Okay. They get to the center of the maze, and it's old Cerberus, and they defeat him together, and Hades shows up, and he's pissed off. Why haven't you died? The maze was supposed to kill you. I'll kill you. And Sora, steps forward and says, Hercules, Cloud, I'm starting to get an idea of what makes a hero a hero. When you find yourself in trouble, the hero's the one who's still standing at the end. And I feel like Hercules and Cloud, aren't they just nice?
It's a really wild way to describe a hero, by the way.
I know.
Although that is...
Sora is basically saying, history is written by the victors. I'm going to kill you, Hades.
Yeah, I mean, this is Data Sora becoming real Sora, which is being a hero is murdering all of your enemies.
That's right. But they do beat Hades, and he backs off before Sora can finish the job.
They do a sick triple slash, and somehow Hercules' fists are also a slash.
That's another one of his god powers.
Right.
He does have a sword.
Yeah, it doesn't bother most of the time.
I don't know that they actually gave him his sword in this.
I don't think so. He just cut him with his karate chop.
His sharp fit, yeah. But he basically just leaves. I think that's the end of it. Yeah, that's the end of Olympus. We don't see him again. Hades is just whatever. He just leaves, and they're like, well, everything is good now for some reason. There must have been a keyhole section in the actual game.
They don't show almost any of those. I think this is the first. They don't show those. There must have been a keyhole.
Yeah, but that's fine. I don't think we need to show Sora. I mean, literally in Traverse Town, it was just I'm going to go in the keyhole now, and then it just fades to black, and then it comes back, and he's like, everything's cool. So if it's going to be like that every time, I guess, yeah, just skip it completely. But, yeah, that's Olympus. There's not really much resolution beyond that in this. But then we get a new screen that I don't think we've seen before.
No, this is new.
Which kind of similar to Roxas's time in virtual Twilight Town. It says, gathering data recovery 10%. I'm trying to remember if I know what that is.
Well, I'm assuming that's just the journals coming together.
I think that is what it means. It's I think made more mysterious than it needs to be from the fact that this is the first we're seeing of it.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe...
Or maybe the data recovery is the recovery from, Pete's hacking. Specifically.
Could be. I thought maybe it's just that now that Riku, who is the journal, has shown up, has told us what's going on, maybe now we get to see that progress bar.
That makes sense. I love to hear the phrase Riku, who is the journal.
Riku, he is the journal, and I forget sometimes, and then I go, wait, that's the journal.
So Sora asks Mickey if the Coliseum is clear, and Mickey says, yep, and Sora says, oh, okay. And we go to Donald, and he's like, nope, I'm just going to say it. Why didn't the computer play a video this time?
Yeah, this is where I lost my mind. I had to pause the video and walk around my room a little bit and then come back.
It's very weird to hear Donald Duck talk about the computer playing a video. He's like, this is my expectation.
Well, yeah, apparently...
It's supposed to play a video!
Apparently they've been getting the cutscenes too. That,
because they play on the computer screen.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't think about it, that they were getting the cutscenes, which is really, really amazing.
Well, I know Jiminy addressed it last time when he was like, but that's not in my journal?
Yeah, it's true. I guess so. It's just, I guess, it's funny that they're thinking of it as a video as well, and not just, seeing what's happening.
That's true. Why didn't we get a cutscene?
Yeah.
I did, yesterday, I went through the Kingdom Hearts Ultimania and the Character Files book, and I read everything that they had to say about this game to make sure that I understood it.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one big thing that clicked that I was like, oh, this game kind of makes sense, but we can't talk about it just yet.
Okay.
But I will say, I'm still not super clear on how that text appeared in the journal to begin with.
The poems or the Naminé?
Yeah, the poems.
Because Naminé wrote the other stuff in.
Yeah, Naminé. Well, I think Sora wrote, or no, Jiminy wrote Thank Naminé.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I just assumed that Riku, who is the journal, started writing poems in there.
Yeah, I guess I just don't know how that makes sense because the poems started appearing before the journal was digitized. So they were just like spontaneously appearing in the journal, I guess.
Well, the journal had a heart before it was digitized.
Did we miss a mention of like lemon juice being used to write a secret message and Jiminy like using a lighter to reveal it or something?
Yeah, I think it's just that like the journal has its own soul now, so it's able to manifest a couple words.
I guess that just bothers me, you know?
Bothers you like how the computer bothers me. That makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I can accept a lot of this in 100,000 air quotes, but I can accept things after the digitization. Things that happened before that, I'm just like, how does that make sense?
Well, it's magic.
How was text appearing in the journal?
It's magic. This is the thing I'm more okay with.
I was thinking about it, and I posted this in Discord. Mm-hmm. I was thinking more about the digitizer, and I think there really is a through line from Encom. I think Ansem stole the technology from Encom when he set up the space paranoids and our boy Tron, and then he must have given Mickey the technology who gave it to Chip and Dale. That's the only way it makes sense, and it really makes sense if you think of it that way.
No, I think you're unfortunately, I think you're probably right. But it's the kind of thing that like I would appreciate. I don't know. There's just like a little bit of world building that the game actually tells you, instead of just like maybe making you make that leap in your head.
Right. Like I want to see Jeff Bridges get mad at Ansem for giving Chip and Dale the technology.
That's not necessarily what I'm saying, but maybe someone talking about where they got these computers would be okay, would make it a little bit better for me.
Anyway, so Riku tells them in explanation of why they didn't get a cutscene on the computer. He says that, and we'll see if this makes any sense. I wrote down exactly what he said. When you cleared the bugs before, it gave me access to the memories associated with those worlds. Quote, the things I saw must have found their way back through the link and shown up on your monitor. Oh, I think I know what that means. I mean, if I'm right, this is absolutely ridiculous, but okay. I think that what he's saying, Jesus Christ, let me know if I'm like
I didn't know what this meant, so I'm listening. Yeah.
Let me know if I'm doing way too much work for Nomura here. So, I think what he might be saying is that when they cleared the bugs before, the resulting memories traveled through the link from digital world to computer and showed up on the monitor.
Yes.
Now, even though they're in the computer world itself, the link is severed, so there's no data stream from data world to computer. Does that make any sense?
That could be it. But they still then talk about how these are things that Jiminy never saw again, right?
Yes. Well, that is one of the things that I did read about in the Ultimania, and I was like, okay, I guess I get what they're saying here. So there is a reason for it. It might be a little bit contentious whether it actually fully justifies that, but
okay,
there is a reason for that.
Okay, all right, we'll see.
Actually, yeah, I'm thinking about it a little more, and I think it does more or less make sense. So we'll get there, okay. But probably not. I think that'll be the last episode of Coded. So anyway, Jiminy confirms that those truly are not any of their memories. It's not like, oh, we forgot that Pluto was there in Traverse Town, etc. Those memories are from inside of the journal, and then they look back up at the screen and see Pete menacingly approaching Sora in the Coliseum.
I love to see it.
By the way, I don't think I guess I don't know if I should care about this, because, there's some question over whether Pete fully understands where he is and what situation this is. He really never questions why Sora looks like a child now.
I think he must understand it enough to be doing the things he's doing, so he probably just gets it's not real Sora.
I guess so. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we do see in this part he's like, oh, something, just a bunch of data. So I guess he does know that's not really Sora. Okay, fair enough. So yes, this is where Mickey asks Pete, how did you get in here? And he says, the same way that you did. And this world is gonna be mine. And then he runs and jumps into like a glitchy portal thing. And disappears.
I needed a little vacay from the outside world. Which is
incredible. For all of my misery.
Such a good line. Give Pete a vacation.
Yes. And, you know, if it's a permanent vacation, so be it.
So be it.
Sora runs into this portal after him and finds himself in Agrabah. And once again, he's like, why is the town so empty? Well, because that's what was written in the journal. Because the town was empty.
Jiminy doesn't really... He only cares about his friends. He didn't write anything about these other people.
We go back to narration mode. Mickey talks about Sora makes a new friend, Aladdin, and they work together to save Princess Jasmine from the evil Vizier Jafar. But then... This I'm fascinated by, and I kind of am curious to learn how this actually plays out in the game itself.
Yeah,
because Pete...
It gets glossed over so much that like some wild shit happens and it's just like 4 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, on the subject of Pete legitimately being a hacker...
Right.
Because, you know, Chip and Dale programmed a Keyblade into the datascape for Sora.
Right.
Pete apparently creates a lamp for Jafar.
Right, with like a replica genie in it.
Yeah, it wasn't clear if there was a genie, but we do hear that he uses the lamp to stop time.
Yeah, my assumption was that meant he had his own genie that he could wish with.
Yeah, they don't mention if there's a genie, but it is possible. But Sora's power, Star Platinum, does allow him to move through the stopped time.
That's right. He gets 5 seconds in the stop time for now.
Yeah, he pursues Jafar. Did I write this wrong? I wrote that Aladdin gets the lamp. Is Aladdin moving again?
I don't think he does, because Iago gets
Maybe I meant Sora.
Iago gets the lamp.
Yeah, Iago grabs the lamp and they chase him. I think that Aladdin is moving around, but I'm not super clear how that's possible.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, again, you get like 2 panels with Mickey narrating, and then we get back to the game and Sora's stealing a lamp back from Iago. Yeah,
the good news is it absolutely could not matter less.
Yeah,
so I shouldn't get too hung up on it.
No, it doesn't matter, really.
But yeah, they catch Iago, and no, I don't think Aladdin is here. I think that I must have just
Aladdin, I think,
wrong.
is out of the picture for most of this.
Yeah, I think he must still be stopped in time. But
yeah.
Sora catches him and takes the lamp, and Iago flies away. And you know that Sora absentmindedly rubs that lamp.
Yeah, he does. Real quick though, I want to say this is the first time I've really clocked it, and I really hate Iago's bird teeth.
Oh yeah, his bird teeth are horrendous.
Why does he have bird teeth? I guess also I guess I never noticed it before. As a kid, I was more okay with bird teeth, and I'm not okay with bird teeth.
He must have them in the movie.
He must. I mean, I get that it like lets him grimace and have more like facial expressions, probably, but
yeah,
bad.
Does not look good in 3D.
No.
Not sure if it looked good in 2D, but it definitely doesn't look good in 3D.
Agreed.
But yeah, Sora rubs the lamp without thinking about it, and we get a new genie with a new voice.
Yeah, this genie's a little lackluster, I think.
It's Jim Meskimen. He's been genie in a few things. I'll say, maybe this is controversial, I kind of like him more than Dan Castellaneta as genie.
I was going to say he's less distracting than Dan Castellaneta, because Dan Castellaneta is kind of just doing like Homer Simpson when he's doing genie.
This is more of a pretty decent Robin Williams impression.
Yeah, it's like a Robin Williams, but like if Robin Williams had like a little less energy. That's kind of what it is, and that to me is better than what if the genie was Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I think that that's a big problem with the other versions of the genie that we've seen in this, is that they're trying to like replicate movie genie on a budget where it's like we can't we can't do the animation stuff that they did in the movie. We can't like make him turn into different characters and do all these impressions and stuff. So we'll just have him like run and jump around like an asshole.
Right.
Whereas this is like, they're not even trying to do that. It's a little more like subdued, which I think is just better than like kind of trying to fake it.
Yeah, it's better than me getting like depressed as Dan Castellaneta's not funny, because he's generally a very funny man and it was not funny at all.
Yeah. But this genie is a little, he's still wacky genie, but he's a little more like chilled out.
Yeah.
Which I think is a better way to go. But Sora realizes that this genie knows his friend Aladdin, and he says, "Oh, Aladdin is frozen in time. He's in trouble." And Genie says, "Well, I'm a genie, and I can grant your 3 wishes." And Sora says, "Oh, seriously? I have tons of wishes." We never hear what any of them are, which is a shame.
It's all sea salt ice cream.
This Sora doesn't know about sea salt ice
cream.
Shit,
he doesn't yet. Oh, wow.
He wants mushrooms and coconuts.
That's...
What was on his Station of Awakening? He wants like harpoons and stone masks and stuff.
Oranges or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Wow, you're a genie? I would love a mushroom, a harpoon, and a raft for my 3 wishes.
Sure thing, kid.
He wishes to unfreeze the world. Oh, no. Oh, that's right. He wishes to make the world the way it was before.
Right.
Which to Sora means get rid of the bugs and unfreeze time. But Genie, he gets rid of the bugs, but he says, "I'm sorry, I can't unfreeze the time. Only the caster can undo that."
Right.
Which I think is kind of interesting because it does sort of imply that the time stop power is like, it's like hacking more than it's magic,
Oh, I just thought it meant that, like, he's a genie, he can't undo other genie magic that's the same strength as him.
That could be it, but it sounded to me like it was like, sorry, he was in admin mode when he did that and I can't override it.
Could be that too.
But Genie feels bad because he's like, I didn't explain the rules first, so we'll call that a freebie. So you've actually got 3 wishes. Here's another reason this is a better version of Agrabah, is that none of Sora's wishes are to vanish a small number of Shadow Heartless.
That is a big upgrade for sure.
Sora wishes for Genie to take him to Jafar, and then we cut back to the library, and Goofy just goes, "That Genie sure is funny."
Yeah, my notes say, "Genie does nothing funny. That Genie sure is funny."
Tell, don't show.
Yep.
I think this is where they start to realize that this really is actual Pete, because they're like, we didn't meet Pete on our first journey. There's no way that that's a data Pete.
No, that's fucking Pete.
So Jiminy is kind of like, well, we got in here using a device made by Chip and Dale, so Pete must have had his own entry point, which turns out not to be the case.
Nope.
But everyone basically just like rallies around Sora. They're like, we can trust in Sora. He'll get this. But Mickey says that he'll be ready in case anything bad happens.
Yeah.
In Mickey narration mode, Sora corners Jafar in the Cave of Wonders. Jafar becomes a genie and disappears into the keyhole.
Jasmine apparently is in like a Snow White sleep or something now.
Yeah. I think that time is still stopped.
It said something about her being put to sleep, though, not just time stopped in the voiceover, which I just thought was like a weird detail, because I'm like, oh, okay, like, it's kind of a bummer. Jasmine is one of the princesses that has like the most agency in Disney, and then now she's just asleep like all the other ones. But anyway,
yeah,
small quibble, but.
Yeah, Jasmine and Aladdin literally are not here.
No. No.
But yeah, Sora fights Data Jafar in the keyhole.
Sorry, can you say that again? It's a good sentence.
Sora fights Data Jafar in the keyhole.
Good, okay.
And Jafar monologues about how epic he is. But Genie tells Sora, Genie's not like here, but he's like magically talking to Sora. He says, every genie has a cage. So, much like in every other version of this,
right?
Sora has to attack Iako to get the lamp.
Right.
And he does.
Yeah, I like how it's like there's like this. I don't know, like Jafar's like doing all this stuff, and he's being very like menacing, and then you just zoom out, and there's Iago flying around in the background, really far away with the lamp.
It is a funny thing about the Jafar genie boss battle is that you're never fighting him. You're always just beating the shit out of Iago. Well,
he's invincible. He's a all powerful genie.
Yeah, I guess I'm especially thinking of... I mean, this really applies to all of these fights, but I'm especially thinking of Chain of Memories.
Right.
Where, because you can card break him, and his attacks are so slow and take so long to come out, like, you really can beat him in Chain of Memories without him ever being able to finish attacking.
Nice.
Or, like, he's gonna throw a big, like, flaming boulder at you, and you're like, well, I'll just stand behind this platform and it won't hit me. I could just wait until the attack is over. And then I'll get back to beating up a bird. But yeah, fortunately this is our final battle with this version of Genie Jafar.
That's good.
I mean, maybe there's one of these in Union Cross, but it doesn't matter. And I'll never play it.
That would be weird, right? It's all way before Kingdom Hearts, isn't it?
Yeah, but they still find a way to shoehorn in stuff.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. So Sora gets the lamp, puts Jafar in the lamp, you know how it goes. And Pete is just here in this, like, lava boss fight room, and he's just like, Jafar was supposed to help me catch this world in the darkness!
Yep.
He, like, teleports away. Then we get a nice little conversation between Genie and Sora, and Genie's like, oh, you leaving, buddy? And Sora's like, yeah, I wish for you to take Jasmine back to the city. And Genie says, what'll your third wish be? And he says, don't worry, I know that Aladdin will use it to do something that's best for everyone, so he can have my third wish. It is kind of weird that Genie's like, I will give 3 wishes in total to anyone.
Yeah, I thought that Aladdin should get his own 3 wishes.
Nope.
Okay.
Or maybe Sora is saying Aladdin can have 4.
Maybe. Okay.
But yeah, Genie thanks Sora and says, you're the best, buddy. And Sora says, thanks, Genie, you're the best too, which is cute.
Yeah. Data
recovery at 30%. The good news is this is where the game really starts to kick into high gear.
Hell yeah.
And you know what? I like that it starts in one of the Disney worlds instead of being like, all the plot initiates at Hollow Bastion. I like that it happens outside the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, yeah, and it works too, because it's like, no, they are hacking, and they are in here. They're not like doing it back in the castle. Like they're out messing with stuff. Yeah,
so Sora finds Pete outside the Cave of Wonders, who summons Maleficent, who immediately starts kicking Sora's ass.
Yeah, this is kid Sora. This is younger Sora. He can't fight Maleficent that well yet.
Yeah, although he did in real life, but
true. But he leveled up more by then.
That's true. He had been to more worlds. If only Deep Jungle was here.
If only he could beat up a cat a bunch of times.
If only the Burroughs estate would let Sora grind on a cheetah.
Yeah.
A leopard. A jaguar? What is Sabor?
Jaguar. And then we can get John Carter of Mars World in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen, unfortunately. No. So Data Sora is defeated by Maleficent, and he drops his Keyblade, and she takes notice of that and says, a Data Keyblade? What a bunch of bullshit, and she destroys it. She doesn't really understand, Pete is tech savvy. We know this about him. We love this about him. Maleficent is an old grandma, and she has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, she's like a million-year-old fairy or whatever, right? So
yeah, so she destroys Sora's Keyblade and says, "This world will be mine. Your Keyblade was but a lie." And Jesus Christ, Riku and Mickey. It's so hard to say those two names together without saying Ricky. Mm-hmm. Riku and Mickey, or Ricky for short, jump in to protect Sora, and Mickey says, "Maleficent, why are you here in the Datascape?" And she says, "I have no idea what a date escape is."
So good.
But Pete brags that it was all his idea, and we get a little flashback to Funny Pete.
Yeah.
He explains that Maleficent knew that Mickey and friends were up to something, so she sent Pete to the castle, and we get a very funny-looking shot of him sneaking up to the door of the library in that long hallway.
He's a very stealthy guy, you know?
He's very stealthy, as his fucking rubber suit is squeaking with every step.
It's so tight.
But, yeah, he happened to be, like, peeking through the door while Sora was in the secret place on the Destiny Islands, and that bright light that pulled all of them in pulled Pete in, too.
Yeah. I'm wondering, is their big plan to have a digital Heartless generator? Is that what Pete and Maleficent are trying to do?
Maleficent has some beliefs that I think we'll get into next time.
Okay.
She doesn't fully understand what this world is, but she thinks that there's something here that she wants.
Okay.
Yeah, Maleficent's... Okay. Here's the thing about Maleficent.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're entering a new phase of Kingdom Hearts. You know, we're out of the Kingdom Hearts 2 era. We're approaching the Kingdom Hearts 3 era.
Right.
We're approaching the Union Cross era. And I think that they said to themselves, we got rid of all the Disney villains. They're all dead. Sora killed them. Maleficent is the only one left. We need to give her motivation beyond just like, I'm evil! So we will find that Maleficent, at some point between the beginning of the series and now, has uncovered new information and new motivations.
Huh, it's weird, because, like, her motivation, she does say that it's, like, you know, she just kind of wants, like, she's a dark person, all the worlds are too light for her, so she wants to darken all these worlds, and those are places she can hang out. And that seemed like enough motivation to me. That's
sort of like her on the surface deal,
right?
Is that she's like, I don't know what this world is, but it's clearly a world. I can see it, I can feel it, and it's gonna be mine.
Right.
But that's kind of a secondary objective to what she's really up to, and I think we'll learn more about it next time.
Okay.
But yeah, there's Maleficent's up to some shit.
Okay.
And depending on who you ask, it's either really funny or really stupid.
Is she trying to kill Santa again?
Yeah, she's trying to kill Santa.
Okay, great.
So yeah, it's really funny. But yeah, Pete wakes up he's in the datascape after the flash of light, but he's not like in any of the worlds. He's in sort of a central hub looking thing, and he can see like hovering projections of all the different worlds.
Yeah, I wondered how he got there.
Yeah, I don't think that we'll ever really get an answer to why that happened to him. I don't know. Maybe it was because he was not in the room. He was just like pulled onto the outskirts of the data worlds or something. I don't really know what this is, but he realizes, without fully understanding where he is, he's like, I'm in some kind of place that seems to have like easy access to all these different worlds. I think Maleficent would love that. So he calls out to her and she just teleports next to him. I don't know what the like explanation is for why Maleficent can just like teleport to wherever he is.
Yeah, she put a teleporter in his big pocket.
She's got some kind of like Pete tracker, I guess. Cuz yeah, like they had to like use a digitizer beam or whatever, but if Pete calls out to Maleficent, she can just appear in the datascape.
She has Find My Pete.
No wonder she doesn't understand what this is.
Right.
She probably doesn't even know that she's not in the real world.
Yeah, that is... That's weird she doesn't know what's going on, but okay.
Yeah, but she appears next to him and she's like, wherever this is, it looks like it could be useful for taking over the worlds. We go back to outside the Cave of Wonders. Pete reveals that he was indeed the one who cut the link that they could have used to get back to the castle. That's just pure skill. He's really good at it.
He is. He's got his backwards.
He's been training for this.
He's got his backwards cap on, and he's just mashing on that keyboard.
And yeah, this is where Maleficent is like, I will immerse this world in darkness and then do the same to your precious castle. And she says, I think I like Maleficent a lot in Kingdom Hearts, but I really enjoy whenever they specifically characterize her as the character from Sleeping Beauty. And I like that her plan here is to put them all into a magical sleep.
No, she's good at it.
She's good at it. I mean, granted, that was the three fairies in the movie, but still.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's a fairy. I guess it's just a thing fairies do.
They love it.
Yeah.
And Riku tries to attack her, but she catches him in these, like, sort of shadowy rope coil things.
Mm-hmm.
And she laughs in her classic Maleficent way and says that this boy is destined to be consumed by the darkness anyway, so bye. And she leaves with Pete and Riku.
But that boy's also a journal.
Journals are destined to be consumed by darkness.
Oh, that's true.
When you put them in a drawer and forget about them.
Yeah, that's right.
We're back in the castle, and Goofy is very worried, because if Riku is the journal and has all the data, then Maleficent has all of the data, which means that she kind of has control over the datascape, which is not good. The good news is, there's no way she understands that.
Right.
She's busy posting awkwardly cropped selfies on Facebook.
Just like photos of her pocket keep getting uploaded. Yeah.
She's putting multiple like Facebook profile picture borders over the same picture over and over. It's a weird blurry picture of Maleficent grimacing, and you can see like breast cancer awareness covered up by like I got my COVID vaccine.
Yeah. Nope, I've seen that.
So Jiminy is very dejected. He says there's only one world with bugs left. We were so close.
They were.
And Sora's blaming himself, but Mickey says it's not your fault.
This did make me think, wait, there's only one world with bugs left. We have like 2 more episodes left. What's going to happen?
I think it's funny that there's only one world with bugs left, even though there's definitely more worlds in Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, there's no mention of Monstro. They never go to Captain Hook's ship.
That's true. I
no
guess
Atlantica, no Halloween Town.
Those pages are just totally fine.
If you look in the journal in Kingdom Hearts 1, if you like read the Halloween Town plot summary, Jiminy's like, well, not much happened here.
I was asleep.
I got scared and had my eyes closed the whole time. They left me on the ship when they went down to Atlantica. I hope everything's all right.
Jiminy was actually really happy the journal got like deleted, because then they were going to find out that he didn't write anything down.
Those are like kind of toward the end of the game. He sort of was getting a little bit lazy at that point. He's like, they really expect me to write all of this?
It's like, no, thank you.
Yeah, you look at the journal for those, and it's just like, have you seen Little Mermaid? It's basically that. Although maybe they didn't bring him to Atlantica because a fish would have eaten him.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, he doesn't get to transform like the other guys do.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I guess the real issue is Sora doesn't have any pockets for him to jump out of.
Oh, yeah. Ew, I don't like to think about that. Yeah.
Oh my god, though, what if it was like, he was like some kind of little, like, fish parasite that's just, like, latched onto Sora's arm?
A remora? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
He's, like, eating barnacles off of Sora's dolphin tail.
They should have done that.
But then they would have had to remember that Jiminy was there.
True.
And if I'm not going to do that, then I don't think they're going to do it.
No, I never remember that.
Every time Jiminy shows up, it's always like, oh, right.
Oh, what the hell? What's that little bug? Kill it!
Squash him!
Kill him!
Gross! So Sora, oh yeah, Mickey is like, I'll fix everything. It's okay. We made you do this for us, and it's not your fault if it didn't go right. But Sora's like, no, I'll join you, and he summons he tries to summon his Keyblade, but he can't. And Mickey says, well, that's not a normal Keyblade. We created that, and if Maleficent destroyed it, we would need to get to the outside world to program in a new one.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, they can't hack from in here, so I think it makes sense.
I guess the reason that I'm confused is that the computer does seem to work. It just can't do anything but watch Sora and talk to him.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to get hung up on that. We're way too deep in this bullshit
That's
for me to be bothered by stuff like that.
Yeah, and even though, yeah, because I do like how I like what's going on here, where everything is converged to make Hollow Bastion happen in a way that's very similar to how it happened to actual Sora, but just like a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, yeah, of course, in the real story, this was where Donald and Goofy abandoned Sora to go off with Riku.
And Riku stole his Keyblade, so he had no Keyblade.
Yeah, so there are a lot of similarities. He will end up going on his own. He's got no Keyblade. He is going to try to save Riku from the darkness and Maleficent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it, but yeah, there is a lot of interesting overlap while still being very distinct.
Yeah, and Donald and Goofy show up. They've ignored like an order from their king to come help Sora again the same way.
He says, "My friends are my power," and there's bugs.
Yeah, and the bugs are there.
So yeah, Mickey says, "Don't worry about it, Sora. We can't make you a new Keyblade, so you just stay here, stay safe. I'll go take care of all of it. I'm a little mouse, but I'm really badass. I'm an impetuous little man, and I've got this." So he leaves on his own, and he tells Donald and Goofy to stay behind and keep Sora and Jiminy safe. And we skip ahead a little bit. Sometime later, Donald is starting to worry. Mickey's been gone a while. They haven't heard back. Goofy tries to reassure him that it's going to be just fine. But Jiminy is also a little worried, and he says he's not just fighting Heartless this time. There's Maleficent and Pete and Bugs. Like, who knows what he's dealing with? And Goofy says, okay, actually, yeah, you're right. I'm also worried.
Yeah.
Donald turns to ask Sora what he thinks, but he's gone.
That's Sora.
Donald, you had one job.
They're not great at that part of their job.
No, when have they ever been?
Never, really. But they are good at doing magic and hitting people with shields.
I mean, we'll see one of the things that Goofy is best at in a little bit, and I love to see it.
Oh, it's so great.
Sora goes to Hollow Bastion alone. He's got no Keyblade, no friends. He tries to confront Pete, but Pete just laughs him off and walks away. And Sora chases him into the castle, and the door is blocked behind him with bug blocks. And Pete summons some Heartless and leaves, and Sora says, well, I don't have my Keyblade, but maybe I'm strong enough without it. But then Goofy arrives, using his signature Goofy Tornado.
It's so good to see it animated like this.
He's just spinning and spinning and spinning through the Heartless and destroying the bugs. He might go wahahahohoi, I don't remember.
I think he does, yeah. And, his movement kind of makes him look like he's like an ice skater, doing like a twirl.
It's so graceful.
He is.
Once all the Heartless are dead, Goofy, he kind of chastises Sora, but it's in a very like gentle and caring way. He's like, you shouldn't have run off alone, Sora. We're here to protect you. And Sora's like, oh, I'm sorry. And Goofy says, all right, well then if you're sorry, then we can get going. And Sora says, okay. And he starts walking back outside, and Goofy says, no, Sora, this way, silly. We gotta hurry if we're gonna catch Pete.
Yeah, that's good.
Great moment.
Mm-hmm.
He says, it's like you always tell us. When you're friends, you do whatever you can to help each other. And Sora says, oh, thanks, Goofy. Hey, where's Donald? And Goofy says, I have no idea. Sora decides that they should find Donald before they go looking for Pete.
Right.
They eventually find Donald just standing looking at a wall.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
Just idling.
I guess.
Donald much less gently chastises Sora for running off on his own. And Sora's like, but Donald, you were the one who went missing. And Donald goes, the details don't matter.
That's some good Donald stuff, yeah.
I thought this was really cute, though, because Donald is like, I was worried sick about you, Sora. I think Donald seems like he's a little bit softer on Data Sora, and I think it's because he looks like Sora when he was younger.
Well, it could be. And Donald's just been softened over the time. This was the time, this is when Donald says it's no fun watching from the other side of the screen, and that's why he came in to help Sora.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
We wanted to go on an adventure with you, just like old times.
I feel like that's Donald kind of calling us losers for...
He's saying you should play the games, but it's no fun like watching someone else play them or just watching a cutscene compilation.
Oh, I thought it was just kind of like, yeah, it would be weird if you just like weren't actually like doing this, but you were simulating it. That would be kind of dumb and no fun.
Can you
right?
imagine being interested in this if you weren't actually here?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's cute. I think that Donald and Goofy feel a lot more like they feel like they're Sora's guardians in a way that they don't usually.
Yeah, it's nice.
And yeah, Sora is like, "Oh, I'm sorry for failing to keep my Keyblade safe from Maleficent." And Donald says, "It's okay, Sora." And Goofy says, "Yeah, we like getting dragged into your messes."
Aw.
They a little while later, they're heading into Pete. They're on the extremely long elevator sequence that I hate. And Sora says, "You guys, thank you. You make me feel like I can do anything. I can't explain it, but it feels like we've done this before." And Donald says, "That's because the three of us are true friends." And Goofy has a line here that I think is really cute, where he goes, "It's pretty fun to make the same friend twice."
Yeah, I liked that one. That's a good Goofy line.
Yeah, this is the part when I was watching this originally that I started to think, oh, maybe Coded isn't just a piece of shit.
Yeah, I
think the stuff with Data Sora is really fun. With Data Sora and Donald and Goofy.
No, I really enjoyed this part. This part was way better, and I got over the stuff I didn't like a little bit. I mean, I still don't like that stuff, but this stuff is good, so I can enjoy that.
They catch up to Pete, who is standing in front of the Hollow Bastion keyhole, not to be confused with the Hollow Bastion data keyhole. Not to be confused with the real Hollow Bastion keyhole, if we're being honest. There's a lot of keyholes in play.
True.
But they fight off some Heartless, and Pete realizes that Sora can't fight because he doesn't have a Keyblade. So he's like, well, I'll just summon some bug blocks to trap you. I don't know why Pete can do this, but he can.
He can. He also says, "You went crying to your doofus pals," which is great. I wrote down the Pete rules in this segment because he's just like throwing out zingers like left and right this whole time.
Yeah, he tries to trap Sora in some bug blocks, and Donald and Goofy jump in and push Sora out of the way, and they get stuck in the blocks. And Pete laughs at them. I think he says like, "Can't believe you risked your lives for a lump of data."
Good point.
But Donald just says, "Oh, why don't you be quiet?" Shut up.
Yeah.
He's our friend, damn it.
Sora's our friend no matter what.
Yeah, and Pete says he doesn't even have a heart. But Goofy says, that's not true. Sora's heart is within our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald says, that's right, Pete, and you'd be able to see that if you weren't such an asshole.
Yeah, that's exactly what Donald says.
Yeah.
This did make me wonder, I'm like, wait, where is real Sora during all this?
He's just on the Destiny Islands. He's hanging out with Riku and Kairi and not his mom.
Is he going to school? Okay, that's good.
See, I have to assume that Sora has seen his mom since the beginning of the first game.
Well, you don't ever see... Well, she's invisible, but yeah, he's talked to her probably at this point.
It's just so bizarre to think that Sora was like back on the islands hanging out with his friends and never bothered to check in with his mom.
Yeah, we just don't get to see that. It doesn't matter. She's not a character.
Yeah. It does make me wonder, though, if in like Kingdom Hearts 5 or 6... there is going to be a scene where Sora like meets up with his mom again, and she's like, "Oh, Sora, good to see you again." I was worried about you after the third time that you came home.
Well, she'll show up with a Keyblade and like do a backflip.
Hell yeah!
And that's how we learn that she was the real, I don't know, original Keyblade master or something.
Ooh. She's got a Keyblade called Dinner's Ready. It's like a big bell and a plate of spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. That'll look great.
This is where, I like this scene, but it does go very, very, very cheesy very fast.
Oh yeah.
Because Donald is like, you should be able to tell that Sora has a heart. He obviously cares about us, or he wouldn't have kept fighting for us through all of this. Like, he's being so brave, and if he was just Data, he wouldn't have to do that. And Goofy says, that's right, and we're gonna fight for Sora, because he's our friend, and that makes him our power. Let's say it together. My friends are my power.
Aw. But yeah, very cheesy.
And Pete is just, like, throwing up.
Yeah, and then he just starts crushing Donald and Goofy even more, which does feel like... It feels really violent.
It's wild. He is fully, like crushing them in these blocks. And Sora's like, no! Let them go! But then suddenly, Sora, we don't see it, but Sora, like attacks the blocks, and they disappear, and then we see that there's a Keyblade in his hand.
Whoa!
And Mickey shows up, God knows what he's been up to, and says, Sora, I think that something inside of you has changed, because a Keyblade's power comes from its wielder's heart, and your old Keyblade was just a replica, but I think that you made a real connection with us and found your own power.
Can you remind me, Sora's original Keyblade, he has that because Ventus is in his heart?
No, Sora's original Keyblade, I think the idea, as I understand it, is that it was supposed to be Riku's Keyblade.
Okay.
Like, the Keyblade itself was like, okay, I'm gonna go find my wielder, but Riku was busy, like, being immersed in darkness, helping Ansem destroy the Destiny Islands.
Oh.
So the Keyblade, like, went to the next most worthy person.
Oh, okay. Because I thought, like, he, because I thought when Terra bestowed a Keyblade on him, he would just have it.
No, yeah, the way that a Keyblade, like, chooses its wielder is still very mystical and unclear, but...
Okay.
I think they've said that the Keyblade, like, was seeking Riku out and found that in that moment his heart was not as strong as Sora's.
Interesting. So, like, okay. So the bestowing thing, how much does that matter then?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, it's still ambiguous whether the bequeathing, like, literally does anything.
Okay.
It seems to sort of mark you for Keyblade inheritance. But you don't need to have a Keyblade bequeathed to you to inherit a Keyblade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But every time Data Sora seemingly summons a real Keyblade.
He does. Yeah. I just feel like every time I think I understand something, it's like, no, not quite.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Mickey also quotes Ansem the Wise from Kingdom Hearts 2 and says, a heart is so much more than any system, and that's why Data Sora was able to develop a real heart and summon a real Keyblade. And Pete just, like, starts sneaking off while they're talking about this.
I like that.
Just tiptoeing away. But an alarm sort of thing starts going off, and there's like a flashing red light, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
They all, like, look at the big keyhole, the Hollow Bastion one that Maleficent made, not the Data keyhole. It says that Data recovery is at 60%, and Pete just teleports away while they're distracted, and then a Data keyhole appears this time, and Sora says, I'll take care of it, you guys can find a way back home. Donald teases him and says, I think that you just want to test out your new power.
Yeah, I like that. And Sora's like, got it. Like, got me.
Well, yeah, maybe a little.
Yeah.
But Mickey says, come back safe, Sora. You'll always be a part of our team. And now we are fast approaching one of the biggest meme lines in all of Kingdom Hearts. Sora confronts Pete in the Hollow Bastion chapel and fights him and wins. And Pete says, well, I got an ace up my sleeve, and he summons D-Mode Riku. And D-Mode Riku is he's very tortured. He's in a lot of pain, seemingly. He's like, stay away from me, Sora. They reprogrammed me. Oh, there's a great Pete line here. All I had to do was load some of those bug thingies into your Pally's datametronics.
I definitely wrote that down.
But Riku is resisting, so Pete just dumps even more bug blocks onto him and leaves. And then we get the big line of the game as Mickey asks Sora what's going on in there, and Sora says, "Mickey, it's Riku. They put bugs in him."
You mentioned this was a meme episode, and I had to assume that was the meme.
Mickey, it's Riku, they put bugs in him is a big meme line, but I think that there's not enough appreciation for Mickey's response, which is just, what?
I mean, yeah, that's the right response.
What the fuck are you talking about, Sora?
I heard a scream. Sora, tell me what's going on.
Mickey, it's Riku. They put bugs in him.
What?
It did, and then they talk about how they gotta go debug Riku, and then I was like, ugh, terrible.
In this case, it's in a very literal sense of
literally debugging.
Diving into his data and punching the bug blocks until they explode. But yeah, Sora knocks Riku out because Riku's trying to attack him, and they take him back out of the keyhole, or Sora does rather. Riku is unconscious on the ground. He's like covered in bug blocks.
It's kind of gross looking. They're like half merged into his like body, and yeah.
But Sora's Keyblade, seemingly on its own, opens up a keyhole from Riku, which would allow Sora to dive directly into Riku's data, which is different from the data of the datascape that is constructed of the data from the journal, which is Riku's data.
I also was like, well, is the journal, so if he's getting full of bugs, is the rest of the journal getting full of bugs, or is he just this avatar getting full of bugs?
I guess it's just the avatar. I think that's the only way that this makes sense.
Yeah.
Sora is like, all right, I'm going to go in there and help him. We get another meme line, which is, who's to say if it's even safe inside of Riku?
Yeah.
The things that this game makes you say, but Sora says, I'll always be there to help my friends. And they smile at him and they say, you really are Sora, all right. And they say, we'll do anything we can to support you from out here. And he jumps into the keyhole, and that is where we're stopping for today.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a good ep. Good section.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is very weird.
But I so much prefer it being weird to what I thought it was going to be when I first watched it, which was just pure nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a game I've really heard people talk about very much, other than to say that they don't like the data stuff, mostly.
A lot of people will tell you that if there's one game you skip, it's this one.
Yeah, and I guess I haven't seen a compelling reason why it matters the overall plot yet, but I don't know, it's fun enough.
Like a lot of Kingdom Hearts games, the plot starts at the end of the game.
Yeah, that is a flaw.
Yeah, I mean, I've got us next week doing everything that happens in Riku's personal datascape. I actually don't remember how much of substance happens in there, so I might end up deciding that we'll just finish the entire rest of the game next week. We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, the stuff that I've got blocked out for potentially episode 4 is where all of the actual plot happens.
Okay. All right. Well,
but yeah, I like, we've seen a lot of stuff in Kingdom Hearts over the course of the series of things developing hearts. It happened with Pinocchio, it happened with Traverse Town, things that do not have hearts originally. If they just live their lives and exist their existences, they can eventually form hearts. And I think it's cool to see that happening with Data Sora.
Yeah, that is interesting. Another vector for hearts forming is always interesting. Yeah, I did want to say too, I guess, I don't necessarily mind if a game doesn't have plot, because sometimes just the side stuff is the stuff that makes a story good, the flavor. So, I think I talked about I've been watching Lost with my fiance because she hadn't seen it before. And we got to the season and some people complain about where Hurley fixes a van and stuff. But I don't know, modern TV doesn't have any fluff in it. It was kind of fun to just have a thing where Hurley fixed a van and it wasn't constantly just go, go, go all the time.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's funny you say that because a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans assumed that that is what these games were. That it was like, yeah, there's Kingdom Hearts 1, and then there's 2, and then eventually there will be 3. And, like, you can skip the rest of them, and it doesn't matter, because they're just side games and spin-offs.
Right.
But for better or for worse, every single game makes an effort to justify why it needs to be played to get the full story.
Yeah, I think it is like ultimately that is probably a bad decision for a game series, really. But at the same time, though, I guess it is like, well, if you're playing a side game, you're not like entirely wasting your time story-wise, you know, which is interesting, but just bad because, like, yeah, most people don't own 8 different consoles or whatever. So.
Right, and until these collections came out, that was a thing that really put me off of the series. I've mentioned before that when I first played Kingdom Hearts 3, I bounced off hard because I was like, I don't know what is happening.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, but I think I mind it less now than I did at the time just because it's a lot easier to get all of these stories, but it's a very odd experience that they created.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's there was one other thing that I wanted to say about Data Sora's character that I like, because I do think that he feels fairly distinct from real Sora in some ways. And I think that one of the things that really makes the difference between the two of them is that Sora, as plucky and optimistic as he is, we see from time to time that Sora is, like, not very confident in himself. Like, he always says, my friends are my power, but the reason he says that is because he believes that he himself is pretty weak and useless. And he's like, I'm strong as long as I've got my friends. Like, I think he actually says to Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1, like, my heart may be weak, but blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Whereas I think that Data Sora just feels very confident in himself. And I think that comes down to the fact that he's alone on these adventures. He doesn't have friends going with him. But what he does have is Mickey over the comms reassuring him every step of the way.
Well, also, the second he was born, someone told him he was special and gave him a weapon.
That's true. That would have a strong effect on anyone's psyche.
Yeah, you would think.
But yeah, I think it's interesting. And also, like, no offense to Donald, but one could perhaps think that maybe part of the reason that real Sora doesn't have the most self-confidence is because one of his 2 closest friends is constantly tearing him down.
That's true.
Whereas, yeah, Data Sora, he's all he has is cheerleaders hyping him up. He's got Mickey is like, I'm always backing you up. I'll take care of anything that it seems too dangerous for you. And yeah, I think that Data Sora just seems like, no, I've got this. I'm fine.
Does Data Sora show up in Kingdom Hearts 3?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything about how Data Sora's story ends. So I guess I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to spoil what happens in the end.
My guess is that Data Sora joins the growing cast of characters inside of real Sora's heart.
Your guess has been noted.
Okay. Just, it's getting busy in there, but...
It's a party.
Yeah.
This is Wish Us Duck.
This is Wish Us Duck.
This is a segment where we try to sound like Donald Duck. I mean, is there anything that we would say besides Mickey, it's Riku, they put bugs in him?
I mean, yeah, there's like the Pete lines, but yeah, we should say Mickey, it's Riku, they put bugs in him.
It just feels right. It's the right thing to do.
It's gonna be like really hard to say, but yeah.
I'll do my best.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Riku, it's Riku. They put bugs in him.
Pretty good.
Riku, it's Riku. They put bugs in him.
Not bad.
Not bad. Still a little pained.
I don't have a name for our Kingdom Hearts fan and wiki segment. If anyone has one, please suggest it.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I would like to read. I literally just I did find I think I cut me struggling to find out if there was a way to find a random article, but I did find out how to get to a random article, and I would like to read a random article titled "Earth Awakening."
Oh.
And I need to censor a lot of this because a lot of it is the presumably real name and address and phone number.
Oh, that's exciting to hear. I love this.
Of the author. Setting. I'm going to make up a fake name, but I'll leave the middle name because it's misspelled, which I find funny. I'm going to say that this kid's name is Danny Smith.
Okay, Danny Smith.
But he also has a misspelled middle name. Setting. Danny Starut Smith is back from a Heartless of Jur. Characters. Danny Starut Smith, ally of Sora and the playable character. And then I'm going to skip over the part where he lists his address and phone number.
Okay.
And then it lists the names of his parents and sister.
Okay.
But then we've got some original characters.
You know, why don't we get Sora's address and phone number? I want to call Sora.
What a fun new feature.
Yeah.
We've got all these mobile games. Why can't we call Sora on the gummy phone?
Yeah, that'll be the next game, I hope.
Sonic the White Hedgehog, the pet hedgehog of Danny Smith. Princess, aka Prince, the Wheated Terrier, the pet dog of Danny Smith.
Is this gonna be like a animal, like a Pokemon thing? Like you're like commanding dogs in battle or something?
Well, let's find out. Citizen of the world, Barack Obama.
What?
Barack Obama is here. He's one of the many citizens of the world.
Uh-huh.
We've got the Muse and the Mudeads. We've got Danny Tay, the old great CSM King. We've got the Condorman Army and Dr. Condorman Jr. and Condorman. I did get nervous earlier because I was like, is this kid's actual doctor? But I did look up if there was a doctor with this name near that address, and there's not, so I don't know what the hell that is.
Is he referring to the 1981 weird superhero movie?
What movie?
There's a movie called Condor Man.
Oh, I guess it could be Condor Man. It's spelled Condor Man, but it could be Condor Man.
Yeah.
The main theme without battle is the Cyber Chase theme without voice of the song.
Okay. Good.
I encourage anyone who doesn't know the Cyber Chase theme, as I did not, to look it up and imagine without voice.
I don't know it. Yeah. Give me a second.
Sure.
Cyber Chase.
Cyber chase, we're moving. We're beating hacker at his game.
Okay.
Don't tell me that he's trying to hit the motherboard. We'll get him.
I'll put it in here and you can imagine it without voice of the song.
Yeah, that's a wild choice.
The battle theme is Sinter Sundown Gone Metal. Sinister Sundown, I think, is the Twilight Town battle music. I guess there's a metal version on YouTube, probably.
Sick. This kid made it.
Then we have the third-party characters, except it says Threend.
Threend?
Just for spice. 3ND.
Okay.
We've got Genie, Aladdin Disney version, at the Mazian of the Lamp. We've got Valina the Rabbit, Sonic the Hedgehog, at the Mazian of the Lamp. I assume I'm supposed to say mansion.
I would think mansion. Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog at Nintendo World Japan.
Is that a world
Mario,
you go to?
Super Mario at Nintendo World Japan. I guess those are the two worlds that we go to.
Fun.
Then we have a list of areas that we go to. Ohio, Japan, China, Sky Above Egypt, Mazian of the Lamp, the Universe.
Oh.
CM Planet, I don't know what that is. And Doc Condorman's Lair.
It's CM Punk's planet, maybe?
I guess so. It's where everyone is straight edge.
Yeah, right.
Bosses and mini-bosses. We've got the Condorman Army, Dr. Condorman Jr., Dr. Condorman, Drac Leader, and Drac Leader is described as like Draxide, only super-duper blackish.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the game. What do you think?
Sounds as good as, like, I don't know, Chain of Memories or something. So I'm down for it.
It sounds like a hell of an adventure.
Sure, I want to go to the Mason of the Lamp.
That's the wiki update.
That was good. We'll have to think of a name for it.
I have no idea what any of that is.
No, me neither. I've just been clicking on.
Yeah,
I
look forward to playing Earth Awakening.
Me too. I've been clicking on the random button, and it's good. Thank you for giving me that.
Yeah, I did just pin that in our Discord channel for Sounds About Light.
Yeah.
It'll always get you something good.
Yeah, guaranteed. It really keeps giving me Le Loup pour Prescrienne, though, over and over again.
That seems to be the main thing that's on that wiki, is Le Loup pour Prescrienne. I've also seen a lot about the... What is it, like the War for Abstraction or something?
Yeah, that's come up.
The League of Abstraction.
That has come up, yes.
That's where you learn the globular ratios when you get abstracted.
Yeah, I'm still learning. I haven't passed my test yet, so...
I don't think we got any questions this week.
No, I got a comment from Ingrid that I will address.
You're going to address the allegations.
Yeah, because Ingrid said, "Oh yeah, you could ask Sam and Drew some questions, but be careful because you'll accidentally get someone dropping a vor attack in your ears while you're having a lovely time walking your dog." And yeah, I'd like to apologize for describing Aqua slurping people up like spaghetti. I'm sorry for doing that. I didn't like it when I said it either. If it makes you feel any better.
I don't even remember you saying that. So,
just sometimes you're vamping and you're improving, and it isn't always good. So,
did one of us make a slurping sound?
No,
is that what the problem is?
No, I just did talk about Aqua learning an attack from Lady and the Tramp, where she slurps up people like spaghetti.
And that's fine.
Yeah. And some of our fans really liked it, and Ingrid did not, and so I'm sorry.
As always, I'm getting dozens of fan letters saying how much they liked it.
They said, good job on the spaghetti.
Uh-huh. If you do have a question, though, you can send it to cohost.org/soundsaboutlight/ask. And I don't think you need an account for that. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I don't think so
but
either.
speaking of co-host accounts, mine is Positive Stress on co-host. That's where I post about posting.
And mine is Achilles Heelys.
You can listen to my other podcast, Doctor where what did we just watch? Oh, right, we just watched the very good Series 2 finale, Doomsday.
Ooh.
And next time we will be watching... Oh, what is it? It's another Tennant episode. Oh, it's called The Family of Blood, I think. People seem to be excited about that one. I've never heard of it, but
all right.
Allegedly it's a good episode. So look forward to that.
Okay.
I did listen to, you're not on it, but I did listen to the new F Plus about lottery lottery heads.
Holy shit, what a good episode. I don't understand any of those people's brains, but it's good.
Basically what you need to understand is 455-455-571, 455-17, 45771, and things of that nature. And if you have enough numbers, some of them will be very good, and then you win.
Yeah, sometimes boil corns can mean numbers.
Sometimes if you get if you have a dream about boil corn, you'll win the lottery.
Uh-huh.
So check that out if you want to expand your mind. Other than that, we're hosted on Noisepace.xyz, a podcast network with podcasts on it, like Forward, ReZero, about ReZero, which I still want to watch more of, but it doesn't exist yet. Oh, there's a new fear baiting that I think just went up about Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. I'm not familiar.
Me neither, but learn something new.
Check that out if you want to learn about the Haunted Asylum.
Yeah.
And there's other podcasts also that you can also listen to with your ears and eyes if you use the QuickTime Visualizer.
That's right.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. It says talk about the QuickTime Visualizer.
Good.
Okay. Yep, we got it.
All right, yeah.
Okay. How do we end this? Oh, that's right. I've started to forget about him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fading from memory.
This is so sad. Nominate, stop this. Stop. I don't want to forget about Xehanort.
Stop. He's my friend.
He's my friend. Well, we will remind ourselves of him the only way we know how. Keyblade. And we'll remind ourselves of Donald Duck the only way we know how. I want to get better. Yeah,
me too. I'm getting worse.
I'm stalling out. I've plateaued on Donald.
Yeah, you gotta break through to the other side of Donald.
I need to go method. I need to get a hot piano and a hot guitar.
Hot piano, hot guitar. Take your pants off. Yeah, we'll get there. Become a sailor, I guess? Go get a job as a sailor.
I'll enlist in the Navy.
Okay, great.
Okay. We'll check in on that next time. Bye.
Bye.
I gotta go inside to look.
What about you?
Who's to say if it's even safe inside Riku?
I know it's risky, but if a friend needs me to be there, I'll be there to help.
Well, I guess that's Sora for you.
Still can't talk you out of it, huh?
But we'll do everything we can to help you out.
Thanks, guys.